Hi, welcome to Ami's Punjabi Cooking USA. Today we are going to make Punjabi style chicken biryani. Now when you see my ingredients, don't be confused or don't think like, oh, I'm never going to do it. It seems a lot, but really all the things are from what you have in your kitchen. They're just spread out. I spread them out to show you exactly what order to go in. Now we're going to make chicken. As you can see, I've skinned it, cleaned it, and I've also slit it so the masala really gets into it. This is about 2 pounds of chicken, 2.25 pounds of chicken. This is rice, 2 cups of rice. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients that go in the chicken first, and then we'll go to the rice. In the chicken, we have ginger powder, turmeric, 1 teaspoon turmeric, 1.5 teaspoon salt. I'm putting a little extra, but you can do as you like. And dhania powder, which is coriander powder, and cumin seed, Jeera. These things will go when I put the chicken in the pan. Then you have black cardimom, few cloves, a couple of bay leaves, and a stick of cinnamon. Then you have a crushed, very finely crushed ginger and garlic. Many times people do make paste of it, but I like to cut it really finely. So it's ginger and garlic together. This is about 4 tablespoons of crushed tomato and about 3 to 4 tablespoons of homemade yogurt. You can use any yogurt that you have. Oh, and also, of course, the red pepper, which is gives nice color. And then I have finely chopped onions. These are 3 medium-sized onion. I used yellow onion today. You can use red, yellow, whichever you like. And then I have about 3 or 4 green cardamom here, which I'm going to beat it up a little, not completely. Okay, now that is for the chicken. These things are for the rice. 2 cups of rice, as I said, bay leaf, little bit, a couple small sticks of cinnamon, 1 black cardamom, few peppercorns, and a little bit extra salt, which I'm going to put in the water when we boil the rice. Now I put extra salt because there's going to be a lot of water, because we're not going to boil the rice completely. It's going to be like parboiled. And this is fried onion. I'm cheating a little. I bought it ready-made, but you can fry your own, which is involved. So I just bought this, or you can do your own if you like. And oil, I'll use about 4 to 5 tablespoons today. You know I always skim on oil, but today I'm going to use a little extra because it's a big dish and it needs little so the rice doesn't get clumpy. Now these things are for garnishing later. I'll put a couple of green peppers on top. You can put in the middle also if you like, but I'll put it just for garnishing. This is saffron in a 1/4 cup of milk. I'm going to heat it, also for garnishing, and 1 tablespoon of ghee, clarified butter, also for garnishing, or we'll put on top. And this is rose water, which is also for garnishing. Now, some of these things are completely optional. If you don't have rose water, it's totally okay. Don't think, oh, I don't have rose water, I cannot make it. You can make it, won't make much difference. Saffron, if you don't have, no big deal. Taste will be a little different, but it'll be very good. So now I'm going to start putting the oil and stuff, and we'll start roasting the onions, and which is going to take a little bit. As I always say, my cooking is fast and quick and easy. It's easy today also, but it's a little bit time consuming. So don't be afraid. We'll take our time and we'll make a real delicious dish. Okay, I just put the heat on high, and I'm going to put, this is about 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil. I'm using olive oil. You can use any oil that you like. And I'm going to put all these onions in. And the tejpata, the bay leaf, the cinnamon, black cardamom, cloves. And this is going to take me about 5 to 7 minutes to roast these onions. These don't have to be completely dark brown, light brown. Okay, I've been roasting these onions for about 5 minutes. You can see they're nice and brown. And maybe I didn't tell you, I'm using legs and thighs. You can use whole chicken or any part that you like, wings, whatever. My favorite is legs and thighs. And for biryani, you keep the pieces a little bit bigger, so you know, when you're eating it with the rice, it's you can see it. All right, now you can see masala is really nicely done. I'm going to add the chicken in here. I've just turned the heat a little lower. You see every piece has been cut, split, so the masala really gets in. Turn the heat low and roast it for a couple of minutes. And now you add your garlic and ginger. As I said earlier, if you like, you can make a paste. But I like it finely cut because when you're eating, you get the little bits in your mouth. This is good. And also, I think the paste gets a little pungent. So I like to cut it very fine. Now, heat is medium. You see the color is changing a little bit from pink to a little beige, milky. And all the pieces are changed in color. Another minute or so. Then I will add the other dry masalas. This was about 2.5 pounds. You can make it more or less depending on how big your pan is or how big your family is. Okay, you see the color has changed from pink to like beige. Now I'll add all these masalas that I showed you earlier. Jeera, dhania, salt, haldi, and ginger powder. And also paprika. Paprika is not very hot. If you want it hot, then you can use other red chilies or whatever. But this gives good color. And now you have to roast it for about 5 more minutes. Okay, I've been roasting it for about 5 minutes. You can see the color is really nice. And I'm putting this cardimom in here. And also, I'm going to remove it from the heat to put the ghee. This is homemade yogurt, because otherwise it can curdle, and the yogurt is I really beat it up properly. So let it for a minute, half a minute here, so there's no heat from the bottom, so it won't curdle. Mix it really well and put it back on the heat. This is medium heat, and let it cook for another 3-4 minutes. While this is cooking, I don't need to keep stirring it. While this is cooking, I'm going to show you, I just washed the rice. Now you can see the water is clear. Usually when you first put water in the raw rice, it's like milky because there's starch in it. But for biryani, you need to remove the starch, otherwise your rice might be sticky. You want every grain separate. So I washed it about 2-3 times, so water is clean. And I'm going to put boiling water in here, about 4 cups, more than I need. If you're making rice to eat, you know, you put double the water, but here I'm going to put extra water because this rice has to be parboiled. You're not going to boil it completely. And do not put the rice in till the water comes to boil. And I'm putting about 3 teaspoons of salt in here. And I'm going to wait till the water comes to boil, and while I'm mixing this, and we'll see in about 4 minutes. As you can see, the chicken is being roasted really nicely. The oil is coming separate. You know it's being done. Now I'm going to add tomato in it. And again, we'll have to cook it for another 3-4 minutes. Now while this is being cooked, I'm going to add the cardamom in the water here for rice. And I think I didn't mention that Jeera, cumin also goes in the rice. I did put in the chicken also. And few black pepper, whole, bay leaf, and a few sticks of cinnamon. That gives really nice flavor. Now you can see the water is boiling. I'm going to add the rice in here. You have to boil the rice till it's about 70% done, 70 to 75, and not the entire thing, because it's going to be done when we add it to the chicken. Never add rice to the cold water because it won't become long. You can use, I'm using basmati rice. You can use any one, but make sure it's not the sticky kind. And basmati also smells really good and tastes really good also. This is on high heat. When it's almost ready, I will come back to it. And what I forgot to tell you, this takes a lot of fresh dhania, coriander. But because I never have fresh, mine is always in the freezer, so I forgot. But I'm going to add it now. This is the time to add it anyway. And a lot of it. Nice and crunchy from the freezer. And we'll add some for garnishing also. I'm going to cook this for about another 3 to 4 minutes, and we'll see what it's doing. Okay, I cooked the chicken for a couple more minutes, 3 minutes, and then I covered it. And the rice is boiling. Now you don't, as I said, you don't have to fully cook it. It has to be parboiled, like 70%. So you check it, it's breaking easily, so switch it off and drain the water. Let me see if I can do it this way. Now what you have to do is sprinkle a little bit of cold water on it, because otherwise rice keeps getting cooked. You don't need to cook it anymore in here, so that this process will stop it from cooking anymore. And I think let's check the chicken. The color is, the aroma is just divine. And the color is really, really good. Now this has been cooking on medium-low heat. I'm going to turn it even lower. Okay, I'm going to take a couple of pieces from here and save them in this plate, and I'll show you why. 2 reasons. One, I need for the middle, and secondly, all the pieces at the bottom here, now the heat is really low. They should be flat on the surface, and should not be on top of each other. Okay. Now you can see this is nicely spread. I'm going to put the rice on it. As you can see, each grain is separate. It's really, really good. Now, if your rice is a little sticky, then you can add a little oil while you're boiling it. I didn't add oil because this rice is good. As you can see, it's really nice. Okay. Now the pieces that I took out, I'm going to put them here. So when the biryani is done, you get chicken in every bite, and the color is really good. Spread it out a little. And the fried onion. Spread the fried onion. And the rest of the rice. Use my hands, is easier. It's hot. I think I did tell you this was 2 cups of rice. I like to see a little bit of chicken and a little bit of rice. I don't like to have just the rice on top. So more fried onion. A couple of chilies for garnish. Lot of coriander. And if you have mint also goes very well in it. I don't have any. Okay. Now I'm going to add the clarified butter, ghee. Just a little blobs here and there. Gives very nice aroma and tastes really good. It's smelling really good. Okay. Now you sprinkle the saffron milk on it. Gives nice color and nice flavor. If you don't have it, that's fine too. Nothing will happen. Your biryani will still taste good. And a dash of rose water. Cover it. And now I'm going to put this pan in this and move it on the heat here. And the heat is low, less than medium low. Now the rice is going to be cooked with the steam, so you want to make sure the steam doesn't escape at all. So you put your foil nicely tight and cover it. You know, no steam is going to escape. Turn the heat a little bit higher. It's like 3.5 on electric. And this heat is going to cook the chicken. It's almost cooked. And the rice, it was parboiled, is all going to be done for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, we'll check it. If it's not done, we'll leave it on for a little longer. It should be done though, about 20 minutes. Okay, I just switched the heat off and let's see what it's doing. Be careful when you remove this, it's really hot. Oh, the aroma is just divine and you can see it looks beautiful. Let's see if the rice is done. Rice is completely done. And as you can see, every grain is separate and it looks really nice. And chicken is done. The purpose, I think I didn't tell you, the purpose of putting this heavy pan at the bottom is so the chicken at the bottom doesn't get burnt. So let's see. Oh, it's really, really good. Smells good. And when you serve it with rice, you see that you get chicken in every bite. Chicken is done very nicely also. Chicken is really nicely done. It's coming off the bone and it's going to be really good and easy to eat. The best way to eat biryani, you know what to do. You go to my video and see my raita video that I made with cucumber. That's what you eat biryani with, any kind of raita, but you can see my raita with cucumber and my homemade chutney, coriander chutney. Those are the two things that you eat biryani with. If you like, you can make salad, but those are the best two things to go with this kind of biryani.
And that looks good. I'm about to eat some of this. Guys, if you did like this, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so you know when a new video is released every Wednesday, every Sunday. If you do make it, please leave us a comment below and enjoy the biryani. Take care.